Okay, everybody, welcome back. Today we're making jambalaya. Here you see I have my homemade spice blend. It's Creole seasoning. You can also buy Creole seasoning from the store. It's no problem. It's just as good. We're going to put chicken drumsticks in it. I have one purple onion and also one rope of smoked sausage. You can also use kielbasa or anything like that. Anything that you enjoy. Normally I would put ground pork sausage in this, but today we're just going to go with two meats. I have back here beef broth or beef stock. It's boiling. I like to get it super hot when I add it to the rice. I want the rice to start cooking immediately when I put it in the oven. So what we're going to do first, we wash our hands. We're ready to go. Let's make sure our oil's hot. And when I don't recommend you putting your hand in boiling water, but when you do, if you splash water into your pan and it kicks the water back out, that means your grease is hot enough. So let's roll our chicken in a little bit of that Creole seasoning. Make sure to get everywhere. Put it right in the pan. And we'll probably do 2 batches of this just because there's a lot of chicken here and you don't want to overcrowd your pan because that cools your pan down. So see how nice and coated that is? Look at those spices. Looks amazing. I realize I have shadows in here, but that's okay. So let's just keep breading this chicken. Now what this is a blend of things like thyme, oregano, paprika, different spices like that. If anybody's interested, I can put a recipe or I can actually do a video showing how to make the spices that I use. Okay, it's been a few minutes, so I am going to flip the chicken and I'm going to show you, this is kind of what you're looking for right here. You want it to be kind of a golden brown. You don't have to cook it. We're not cooking it through. We are just trying to brown the outside, cook the spices into the chicken, get the skin a little bit crispy, and we'll do the rest of it in the baking in the oven. I brought this to a rolling boil. This is my beef broth. And if you're wondering what kind of oil I use, I just bought a simple frying oil from the grocery store because it can handle the high heats of the chicken that I'm going to use it on without burning. Okay, so while the chicken is cooking, what we want to do is we want to add our rice and our broth to our pan that we're going to cook in. So right here, you want to add, for every 1 cup of rice, you want to add 2 cups of liquid. So right here, we're going to add, that's 3 cups of rice. Just try to smooth it out the bottom. We'll add our liquid to it. Just pour it right over top. Now that combined with the sausage and the chicken flavor, the chicken flavor is going to really season that rice, but I like to take Creole seasoning, the same stuff we're using, and put a couple handfuls in that. That'll really help to season our rice and make it one flavor. It'll emulsify all the flavors together. So next what we're going to do, we're going to take our smoked sausage, which I have, and we're going to slice it. And I like to slice it on what we call a bias. So you want to take your blade and you want to angle it in just a little bit and come in like this. One swipe, and that right there, that's what we're looking for. So we'll just do that real quick. All right, so you take these, just toss them in there. Same thing with your other one. Right there. Okay. And it just looks better. I like the way it looks a lot better. So, once our chicken is starting to cook, we'll just lay it in. There we go. All right, and when I get my second batch of chicken, I'll check back in with you and we'll tell you how to cook it in the oven. Now I have my chicken almost done, so I want to julienne some onions, right? So you take them, you just go like this, and what you're doing is you're just cutting them into strips. So you want them to kind of look like this. See? They can pop open just like that. You just toss them in there. And they can go on top of the chicken, they can go underneath the chicken. As long as they cook and get that flavor in there, that's all you're really looking for. So a little bit of a bias here. Just take them, throw them in there. You can use yellow onions, you can use white onions, anything that you like. I like purple onions the best. I just really like them for my flavor. I like them on salads. I like them on about anything. Now they'll cook down, they'll get really soft because this is going in the oven for a while. So now don't be afraid of your seasoning getting a little bit dark because there's a lot of it on there and the oil's a little bit hot. So right now I'm turning down my oil. It'll stay hot enough to cook the other side of that chicken. That's all we want. We just want to crispen the skin a little bit. And the real cooking is going to be done in the oven. All right, so as you can see, chicken's brown. We're going to put it in one of these metal containers. I like to use these. They're disposable. It's easy to clean up. And you can reseal the lids if you're going to hold them overnight or anything like that. But I like to seal them pretty good to keep in the steam. Make sure everything's going to come together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put those into an oven. And I don't usually preheat my small oven. I usually use just a toaster oven for things like this. So what I'll do is I will put it in at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1.5 hours. What I do is after 45-50 minutes, I turn it in my oven just to make sure there's no hot spots. Everything cooks evenly. And I'll check back with you in about 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. Okay guys, here we go. We're about to unveil. Let's see how it looks. That looks incredible. All right, and that's how it should look when it's done. Put a couple of pieces of chicken leg on a plate. Sausage is well cooked, onions are done, and everything tastes great. It tastes the best with a nice cold Budweiser. But you can have any kind of bitter drink with it and it'll taste great.